Is it just me, or do you also feel that in 2024 AI did not actually live up to its hype and potential? I mean, we still don't have humanoid robots, and AGI is nowhere near. Even though we had like a lot of releases last year, like O3 got released, Claude 3 got released, Google also did Gemini 2 preview. So there were a lot of releases, a lot of new stuff around AI. But I still kind of feel that the hype that was created at the start of 2024 and the image that was promised to us, we did not get it. And so in this video, what I want to do is I want to go through all the things that happened in 2024 in the AI world, and I want to also make some predictions of what could happen in 2025. Let's go. So at the start of this year, we had Claude 3 that got released by Anthropic. When it was released, it was beating ChatGPT and the all existing models of OpenAI on all AI benchmarks. So it was a big deal when it was released. However, when you go and use it on their website, it feels exactly same like ChatGPT. You won't notice a huge difference. If anything, I personally found it a little less useful as it hallucinates slightly more than ChatGPT. So Cloud 3 was released, but that wasn't a big leap. That was more of Anthropic trying to catch up to what OpenAI has already shipped. Then in Feb and March, what happened was, okay, we had Google Gemini 1.5 that got released. We also got Meta AI integrated with WhatsApp and Instagram, though I don't really know how good of an idea that was, because I don't know, do you use Meta AI in WhatsApp or Instagram or anywhere else? I don't know, but they did that. Until mid of 2024, I personally feel a lot of companies were just trying to catch up to OpenAI, so there wasn't a lot of new stuff that came out. However, things started looking a little more interesting in June, July, when OpenAI released GPT-4o, which was their attempt at making their models reason like us humans. So they added reasoning in their large language model GPT-4, and they called it 4o. It was very well received because now GPT-4 was taking like 3 to 4 seconds to answer very simple questions like how many hours we have in Strawberry, but it was at least getting it right almost every time. So then everybody got to know about this new idea of making the reasoning models. And after the release of 4o model, since it was so well received, OpenAI started doing more research in that direction. And then soon after, like a month later, they released the series of O models. They released O1, O1 Mini, O1 Advanced, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't remember particularly. But O1 was pretty good. O1 was definitely better than GPT-4. It was better than GPT-4o. It was, of course, better than Claude 3 and Gemini 1.5 that we had at the time. X also released their Grok 2 version, which I have never personally used, but I've heard that it's very unfiltered, raw, and closer to AGI than ChatGPT. But that's public opinion. I've personally never used Grok because it's paid and I don't have that much money to spend on LLM. OpenAI released a series of O models which were thinking before trying to answer something, and that felt like a new step forward in the journey of reaching to AGI. And I was really excited when O series of models got released because I was like, okay, this feels more like humans. This feels like we're going in the right direction because I don't just answer anything immediately. I think before I answer. And now that LLM is also doing the same thing, it feels like that we're going in the right direction. So O series of models were very exciting, and they're still very exciting, and they perform really good. I've used the one and it's great. It's amazing. It's definitely, you can feel the difference between ChatGPT, GPT-4 and O1. There is some visible differences when you try to do reasoning related tasks like maths or you do some puzzles and all. It is able to solve some of the puzzles which GPT-4 was not able to do at all. So that felt great. But that happened in the mid of the year. After that, Google released Gemini 2, Apple released Apple Intelligence, then OpenAI released Sora, their first ever text to video model. Runway also got a bunch of updates in their models in the year 2024. So these were some of the things that happened until December, and in December OpenAI went on and released 12 different things in 12 days. They updated a bunch of things in ChatGPT like adding canvas, the ability to search on web. But the most interesting thing was the announcement of O3 model, which was the next model in the O series. Now, as I told you, during the July-August period in 2024, OpenAI went truly bullish on the idea that introducing reasoning in their models is the way to AGI. So they switched from native LLMs to reasoning first LLMs. And that's when they started this O series of models. They released O1. And now in December, we got O3. Just after 6 months, we got O3. And the best part about O3 is not the fact that it's much, much, much better than an average coder in competitive programming questions, but the fact that on AGI benchmark, it performed well over 70-80%, which almost means that we need a new benchmark now to test new models. Because okay, I'm not sure if OpenAI is trying to make sure that they get 100% accuracy on the AGI benchmark specifically, but if that's not true, if that model is truly general and that benchmark was not into the dataset of that model, it's truly mesmerizing to see that we went from having O1 in August, September to O3 in December, which was so much better. The only problem with O3 is that it's extremely expensive to generate responses from that model, probably because it's a huge model and it involves a lot of processing. But we're getting there. Right now, it's just announced. Maybe in 2025, which is this year, we might actually get a hands-on experience on O3 model. And I'm very excited to see what happens because O3 looked very promising, at least in the demos that they showed. I'm hoping that O3 will be revolutionary in 2025 and it would be a big jump, like the jump from GPT-3 to 4. That was a big jump. Similarly, I kind of feel that O1 to O3 could be a big jump. And this jump, although the seeds were planted in 2024, we will get our hands on that thing in 2025. So 2024 was great. There were a lot of things that happened. Another category of thing that happened in 2024 was we saw AI being integrated in a lot of everyday tasks, or maybe at least an attempt to do so. By the Humane Pen, there were Figure Robot. There was also Tesla event where they showcased some of the super cool robots that they're working on that felt a little too much like human, probably because they were being controlled by humans. It's controversial. I don't know much about that, but that happened. So we did see a lot of use cases of AI being integrated into our daily lives. Adobe also did a bunch of cool things, like they integrated their Firefly into Illustrator and Photoshop. So a lot of cool stuff happened on that front also. Okay, so all the things that I talked about so far in this video are pretty cool, but the most important thing and the most exciting thing that I personally feel we learned as a community over the last 1 year is that things like ChatGPT are not the best way to exploit those AI models to their max potential. Hear me out. In our daily life, we have a lot of people that help us. For example, say a plumber or a doctor or an electrician. These people, they help us to achieve some task, and the way they do that is we go to them and we tell them that we have this problem. The people then they figure out a plan to solve that and they solve the problem. If it's not solved, they learn based on the outcome and then they try to do that again. Same thing, think about your doctor. You go to a doctor, you tell the doctor that you're feeling sick. Doctor will make a hypothesis, make a plan, give you medicine and observe, and then based on the observation, doctor will decide if to continue the same medicine or to change it. And when they do that iteratively, they are able to solve the problem that you're having in most of the cases, unless you have like some serious problem that is yet to be figured out. Anyways, I'm digressing. So my point is agent. Yes, I think the thing that is going to be most exciting in 2025 is AI agents. We're gonna see a lot of AI agents in this year. We're gonna see a lot of people trying to make agents, and then agents will do tasks like, say, customer service or tutoring. It could be a task of a watchman. Like, we can have an AI agent that will look at the cameras constantly, and if something notorious is going on, it can report the concerning authorities. That's where I feel the world is going to go towards in 2025, because an interface like ChatGPT is probably not enough. It's very limiting because you're still talking to the model one response at a time. You're sending an input, you're getting an output, you're again doing the same thing. This is great for some sort of task, but it's not that great when you're trying to solve a bigger problem. And that is what I call an AI agent. And so I feel that we're going to see a lot more AI agents in 2025, and that would be the most exciting thing, other than the release of O3, if that happens this year. Those are like two big things that I'm looking forward to in 2025. We already started having some AI agents in 2024, by the way, like Devin, the first ever AI software engineer that was created by some company. It is an AI agent which works exactly in the same way that I discussed. But yeah, we also had something like AutoGPT, that was like a prototype of AI agent based based on ChatGPT. We also got the integration of Gemini in the Google Workspaces tools. If you extend that use case, you will see that this is also acting like an agent. You have Copilot for Microsoft Windows, which kind of act like an agent. But in 2025, what I personally feel is we will see a lot more investment in this direction. This is like one of those places where AI can be profitable. Right now, AI is not profitable. OpenAI is not profitable. Nobody is profitable. Whoever is making AI related stuff, because they're like burning shit ton amount of money in the GPUs and in training and all that, and they're not getting enough out of it. So I feel the way to monetize it is the way towards a sustainable future, because if you don't monetize it soon, at some point, if we don't reach AGI, we're gonna run out of money, and we can't always be working and putting all the money into the training and all, thinking that we're gonna reach AGI at some point. If that happens, let's say OpenAI does manage to reach AGI by 2 or 3 years, every other company that did not make it will go bankrupt. And I don't think that's a sustainable approach for them. So what they'll try to do is make AI agents and start earning money from them. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts around the upcoming stuff that I am looking forward to in 2025. I hope I did not miss something important from 2024. But yeah, let me know about your thoughts in the comment section. And that's all from my side. I'm gonna see you soon in my next video. Thank you for watching.